Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you the best rotations or certain spots that you can take to really get the advantage over other people or get a lot of kills in Rebirth. I pretty much do a very simple or similar pattern every single time when I load into the match. The first thing I usually do is go straight into headquarters. If you guys watch me on stream or watch all my gameplays, you can see that I always go there first. This is mainly because it has a lot of stories to it, so if you get either the roof or the second window, the roof is probably the best advantage to have because when you're on top of the roof, you get the high ground and you can be able to jump down on people. But I like to go to the second story because if I get guns and kill people real quick, I can push the roof if people are still finding weapons, or I can push down below because I'll have the advantage coming down onto people and it'll allow me to get easier kills. So I like to drop right there and then rotate around grandma's, and then maybe if I get a loadout, get a loadout. If not, I rotate towards prison. But the hottest drops that are pretty successful, I would say, is either this spot right here, headquarters, or in prison right there. And if I'm coming over to like the plane coming over here on this side and it takes forever to get to headquarters, I like to land right around here, either in like this window right there. It's like a little tricky to hit, but either that side, or if I'm coming on this side, there's like a window right here that I like to get into right there. So I like to go there a lot when I spawn on this side of the map. But when I spawn on over here, I go straight into these areas right here, and that's where I can pick up a lot of kills because I get really good ground loot and there's a lot of people usually there, as well as being able to find certain rooms to have cover and to use head glitches and stuff like that. So those are the best spots to land in. Once you get over there, let's just say this scenario right where you get into headquarters, I like to rotate from around here all the way into prison, either through like this window, the window right here, or just somewhere in that area to be able to fight those people. And then usually I do two things. One, I either check to see if there's any audio cues of people upstairs. If people are upstairs, then I usually don't go upstairs. I usually try to go straight into the door right here and try to find people around there. Or I go to the ladder, so I could go to like this place over here and then go to the ladder right there, go all the way up top, and then I can either scan this area to see if people are there, or I can use the head glitch over here to be able to shoot people on top of prison roof and get some easy kills right there. So those are usually the things that I tend to do when I'm in this area. And you got to be careful or be mindful too, to always take control of this roof or be in this area right here, because if you're in the roof area or just this middle part of the map, then you can either go to control all the way over here or go to Nova right here. So these are a lot of common spots that a lot of people like to go in, and on top of that, you can get to those places very fast. Now if you don't have a UAV, a heartbeat, or anything like that, it is important to use audio cues as you're going towards the places. So if I go towards Nova, right, there's nobody here, I kill everybody here, kill everybody over here, then I can go kind of like towards this area, or maybe like on the street, and I kind of listen. If there's no gunshots or a lot of movement, then I don't even bother going down into the place or going on top of it and checking the area, or maybe hitting this thing to give me a little UAV. I don't like doing that because it wastes a lot of time going all the way down there to realize there's no people down there, and then now I gotta go all the way back to prison, all the way over here, and then be able to try to go to control because there's all the people at control. So same thing with control over there, right? I'm right here, I'm gonna check control because I feel like there's no one in Nova. I go to control, maybe I'll go to like these steps right here. Oh, I don't hear any gunshots, I see loot on the roof. I'm not going to control. I'm either gonna rotate towards tent now, or I'm going to start moving backwards and then rotate towards Nova. And this little swing right here, you know, the swing from prison to control, back to prison to Nova, this is really where you pick up a lot of your kills. And it's because prison is like the middle part of the map, and a lot of people like to go to prison. And on top of that, control is usually hot. I don't like landing control because there's not a lot of places that you can use for cover or to get out of, so I just don't like landing there. And then Nova, people just like to go on too. It is pretty tricky because you have to go from the top of Nova down to the bottom to be able to get a lot of kills. If you stay on the top and start shooting at people, you can get shot from prison. People can fly in from this balloon all the way over here, and it's kind of tricky there. But if you go to the bottom of Nova, there's a lot of layers that people can have above you, and you got to keep rotating positions in order to not get shot and take the high ground with them instead of pushing them when you're at a disadvantage. So Nova is pretty tricky, control is pretty tricky. That's why I like to stay headquarters or prison. If there's a lot of people in like the tents or houses, it depends, you know. It depends if I feel like pushing the people with my loadout, or I feel like it's a good lobby. If it's a very good lobby, I'm going to play a lot more patient or just get angles. But if it's not a good lobby, sometimes I like to just push straight down here into these tents. I try to rush down here as fast as possible because the more you're on top, yes, you'll have the high ground, but you have no cover. So it's pretty much pointless to have the high ground because the entire team could just shoot at you. So pushing the tents real quick, I like to use the tents to break cameras, or I have Combat Scout. I always love using Combat Scout so I can shoot through the tents and I get an advantage through there. So that's a pretty good spot. And then I can rotate towards these little buildings right here because they have cover, whereas tents you can shoot through them. So if somebody else has Combat Scout, then they can kill me as well. So don't like to spend too much time there. And then this is a little tricky. I don't like going here at all. Sometimes I go there if there's no one else. Stronghold right here. But when I get to these doors right here, I usually either check a little bit to see if someone's peeking, but I do a quick like sprint all the way to this window or all the way to this window. When I want to push the stairs, because there's a lot of people who camp the top stairs right here, I always push the window down here. So I'm going to zoom in, right? There's a window like right here that you can look through and look at the top of the stairs to be able to kill the people and they can barely see you. So use the window as a head glitch. You're looking up there and you do like a quick peek to see if someone's there. If someone's there, you should be able to kill them pretty easily, so you can kill them. If not, if there's a lot of people there or he just has a sniper or something, then you can easily back off with no movement penalty and then go inside around here, or you can rotate all the way around here if you don't want to get shot from the people over here. And there's just so many things you can do if you push this window right here. So this window is very important for fighting this building. If there's too many people camping up there, you can't really do too much. You kind of have to just back off and then let them do what they do, just find other people. But then you could also, like, if you don't want to fight them, you can still rotate under the place and then go all the way to these buildings and go from building to building to building, so that you're still going to be in a very hot area where there's a lot of people, but you can use those buildings as cover to be able to rotate towards different positions. So those buildings are very important. And then you can link these buildings all the way to these stairs right here and then rotate all the way back here into headquarters. So this circle right here, even doing it the opposite way, going all the way over here to over here to over here, like this big circle right here is very important for fighting these areas. So if you don't have people in control or in Nova, or maybe you just want to push these houses because there's a lot of people there, this big circle right here is really going to help you out to fighting those people. Now, as far as the other side, right, we got a few places that people like to be in. We got this spot right here, which I do not like fighting at all. I don't like fighting there. There's a lot of people there sometimes. If there's a lot of people, I like to use long range, you know, use this head glitch right over here. So you can like kind of rotate from prison into this spot right here, be in the head glitch, and then shoot down on those people. So it's a pretty good spot. But at the same time, if you down them, I don't like pushing it too much because they're just gonna camp there and there's not a lot of cover. But if, let's just say, there's 1 or 2 teams left and I want to push it, then usually what I would do is rotate all the way dang, my tools, rotate all the way around here to like this spot right here, because you get cover from this spot, cover from this building, then you can rotate all the way around and kill those people there. As far as decon, I hate fighting decon. People over here, let's just say there's endgame. If there's not endgame, there's no reason for you to push over here because it's really long passageways to be able to fight people. There's not a lot of kills. You shouldn't push these areas at all. On top of that too, if you ever have to go to this place, chemical, for any reason, then you can also rotate all the way down here. I like to do like a quick sprint because it's really hard to be able to rotate when there's a lot of people looking for that window and killing you. So this is always a super risky move. This is like your last resort if you sprint down here and try to get those kills on top. But I usually just like going to decon, going down here and then going to the basement and rotating that way. And then you can use either this way to go up the stairs and like sprint through these places to go all the way over here if the circle ever lands there, or you can go stay up top here and then sprint through these windows or doorways right there. But these are like the only places I like to rotate, or only times I like to rotate towards these places. I never ever go here when I'm getting high kills unless there's no other option, no other place that I can possibly go to be able to get kills. So that is pretty much the general map knowledge that I keep when I'm playing Rebirth. I get a lot of kills this way. I usually drop a lot of 30 bombs almost every single day. Sometimes I drop 2-3 30s a day, sometimes it's only 1, but I usually get a lot of high kills, and this is the main map rotation and knowledge that I keep in my head to be able to get these high kills in Rebirth.